live, but don't worry about that. Okay, I'll start the recording and here we go. Okay, so this is writing week. It's day 2. So we're going to look at introduction paragraphs. A lot of these people in this class have already written introduction paragraphs, and we're going to look at them and grade them and give opinions. I just want to mention, though, on the video that we're actually starting a new IELTS school or course. It's started already. We haven't offered IELTS in the past, but we're now offering IELTS. Please check it out or tell your friends. What was I going to say? Yeah, if you're already an SET student, you can have a small discount. And the other thing was, oh yes, me and Paul used to teach IELTS before OET. So Paul's going to be teaching some IELTS as well as Lawrence. So if you guys are interested, please tell your friends, contact us on Skype, and we will help you. Okay, so let's get started with this class anyway. This is an OET class, and we're going to be looking at basically a review of yesterday. That's what we'll start with, everyone. Then we will do some assessment. I'll look at your paragraphs. We can have discussions. You can ask me questions as well. And then at the end of this class, I'll give you your next assignment, the next paragraph, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. Okay, you can ask me questions as well. So if anyone's new to the class, sorry if I didn't say hi. If you're new, step by step, day by day, we write a letter. Okay, so yesterday, guys, what did we do yesterday? Maybe Andrea can help us, Alexia, maybe.
We did plan.
We planned a letter, didn't we? And we looked at some case notes as well, right? So do you remember the name of the patient?
Rachel Brown.
Rachel Brown. How old is Rachel Brown, guys? Does anyone remember the age?
70 and something.
So Andrea, you it's good. Yeah. So what about Joy and Margil? Do you remember the condition of Rachel Brown?
Yes.
What was her problem?
She has an infected
leg ulcer.
Leg ulcer, guys. So yesterday we looked at these case notes already. We analyzed them and we planned a letter. Okay. And if you remember, I said that the first thing you need to do, everyone, the first thing we need to do is
understand.
I suppose I also said, actually, I did say read this, didn't I? I said read that and read, everyone read the
writing task.
Okay. So my recommendation is first you read this. Okay. Then you're going to try to understand some key points. Remember, who is the reader? What is the task? Okay, does the reader know the patient? Who is the writer? What is the writer's task? Is that already completed? Is this an urgent letter? Also, why am I writing today? Okay, so these are key questions you should ask yourself. And yesterday we did that already. Okay, we produced a plan. We selected case notes, didn't we? And we organized them into paragraphs. So let's talk about the paragraphs. Kanku, could you put your microphone on? Or Yaya, there's actually 2, or Virginia. I want you guys to tell me, please, how many paragraphs did we decide? How many?
Four paragraphs.
Is that right, guys? I can't remember. Was it 4? I have a terrible memory sometimes for these things.
Yeah, 4.
Yes, it was 4.
Here we go. So here is the plan that we produced yesterday. There was 4 paragraphs, and we said that we'd have an introduction paragraph. We would have what's called a timeline paragraph. We would have what's called a background paragraph, and we would have what's called a requests paragraph. Okay. Now, Stephen, could you put your microphone on, please, Stephen? Stephen, or maybe Alia, Sujani. Hello. Just a quick question. Okay, so this is our plan from yesterday. What paragraph did I tell you to write for today?
Introduction.
Yeah.
Introduction.
Stephen, where were you supposed to send that?
Please, the question again.
Where were you supposed to send that? It was to my email, Stephen. Okay?
Your emails, yes.
Thank you, sir. So, guys, yesterday I gave this as effectively homework, right? And we're going to look at some of your writing very soon. But I want to leave some space for you guys to ask questions. Did anyone have any doubts while writing this? Does anyone have any questions for me? You can click the question button on Zoom, or you can just put your microphone on, say hello. I think it's Safaitao. Sorry, I said that wrong the other day, didn't I? Safaitao, is that right? Could you put your microphone on? Safaitao. Hello? No? Okay, well, you've hit the question button. Okay, so never mind. Fatima, can you say hello?
Yes, hi.
Did you write this paragraph yesterday?
Yes, I wrote yesterday.
Having a slight
About the age.
problem. Say that again.
About the age of patient. They just mentioned 19 something.
So you had a doubt about the age.
When I wrote yesterday, it is 76, her age.
So you weren't sure about the age. Good question. We need to be clear about the age, guys. How old is she, everyone? She's not 26.
46. 48.
No, I think that's the daughter.
Oh, no.
Not 48, sir. It's a date of birth
76.
mentioned, not
It's
age mentioned.
1943.
Pretty old, yeah. So you've got the DOB here. Great question, Fatima. Great question. Okay. So we've got to be clear on the age. It's a bit difficult. That doesn't need to be in the introduction paragraph so much, but it needs to be in the line above the paragraph. Okay. Anyone else have any doubts or problems about the introduction before I start to look at your work? Did anyone have any doubts about this? It's nice sometimes just to give some space to you guys to talk.
Yes, sir. I have a little bit doubt.
Mhm.
In introduction paragraph, I was in doubt about she was diagnosed her leg ulcer, right?
Yep.
Venous her leg ulcer, but I was in doubt that infected venous leg ulcer, left leg. So can we add left leg in introduction, or we simply write like infected venous leg ulcer?
Good question. So how much detail in the intro? Okay, well,
Yeah.
you know what, Shaukat, in OET don't really go into that much. They're not very specific about this, okay? But for me, I think you should simplify in the introduction. So you don't have to say left leg. You could say that in the timeline or somewhere else, okay? But it's only a small thing, Shaukat. So if you did put it in as well, it's okay. But in general, our introductions, guys, should be short and clear, concise and clear, okay? Anyone else with any questions? So two great questions. How much detail should I put in? How old is the patient? Anyone else worried about anything?
Sir,
Oh, yes, come on.
when we writing introduction and already mentioned the diagnose, so we need to write diagnose or present condition.
There's many different things you can write, okay? You can write the diagnosis as the noun form, okay? Or you could do, there's different ways to do it. There's no, OET do not say anything specific about what should be in here. There's only one thing that must be in your introduction. Guys, what is the one thing that must be in the introduction?
Request purpose.
This is the purpose, guys. Stephen, what do we mean by purpose in OET? Barnas, Daniela, what does purpose mean in OET?
So why we are writing this letter and
The
why
reason
today?
we are writing
Okay, so two there. So if we could come back, Barnas, please. Stephen,
Yes.
if you just wait for 1 second. So why we are writing the letter?
And why today? Maybe.
Is that the purpose? I suppose it is. It is. So if I say to you though, can you answer the question then, Barnas? So why am I writing the letter? It could be anything, because I'm a good person, because I'm nice. You need to be more specific, right?
We are reading in that writer task. So I wasn't here yesterday. I don't know, but why we are writing this letter, because writing in the writing task tell us the community health. We are writing the community health item.
Yeah, okay, so
Remember correctly.
this is what I mean. So that's not wrong. You're not wrong. But we need to be more specific. Why am I writing this letter? Because I'm writing to a nurse? Is that really a good answer? Because I'm writing to a nurse. It's not a good answer, okay? When we say purpose in OET, what we really mean is the task.
Task of the reader.
Of the reader, okay? So obviously, you're not wrong. Who was speaking then? I don't want to say that was wrong. Barnas, that was right. But it's much more useful for you mentally to be more specific, because what really matters is the action of the reader.
Yes.
Does that make sense? If you don't have that clear, then you cannot really write your letter. You don't know what is relevant. You don't know what to do. Okay.
Why reader reading this letter? Like,
say that again, sir. One more time.
Why reader reading this letter? So
Yeah, but again, it's too general. Why is he reading this letter? Maybe because he has to read it today. He cannot read it tomorrow. He's busy, right? Focus on the task. The task is care and support, right? We agreed this yesterday, guys. The action of the reader. Can I have some more examples of this, guys? Can anyone give me another example of tasks in OET? Care and support, management, what else?
Assessment.
Monitoring.
What else?
Monitoring.
Okay.
Monitoring, the common one. Monitoring.
Ongoing care.
Evaluation.
Ongoing care. Evaluation, which is the same as assessment, but yeah, evaluation. Okay. So this is a key point. It's very simple, really. You've got to put this in your letter, and you've got to say what the reader's going to do in a very specific way. Okay, so care and support. All right. Now, this is not just my opinion. If we look at the OET writing criteria, you will see that OET themselves are saying this. Okay, so we're going to look at the OET writing criteria quickly. What do we mean by criteria? What does that mean? Andrea, Babukar, what does it mean, criteria? Denise?
Score.
The criteria? Let's look at this, guys.
Score.
The scoring system, I suppose you could say,
The
Shavkat?
way they grade you.
The way they grade you, right? The
What
way
they are expecting you to do in the exams.
is the way they grade you. Yeah, the scoring, okay? So it's not my opinion, right? It's not Paul's opinion or any other OET teacher's opinion. Does anyone see the word purpose here? Do you see it?
Second.
Where's the word purpose?
First.
Okay, so and if we zoom in, we always show this in the class. Purpose of the document is immediately apparent and sufficiently expanded as required. Okay, so what does that mean, immediate? Denise, Daniela, Gloria, what does it mean, immediate?
Clear and concise.
Straight away.
Daniela, go on.
Straight away.
Straight away. Okay, so straight away, quickly, rapidly. Okay, so which paragraph do I need to have the purpose in then?
Introduction.
Right?
Introduction.
So OET
Introduction.
are asking us to put this in the letter at the beginning. Okay, so really, guys, I'm going to be focusing on the purpose of the letter being clear. Okay, clear in these introduction paragraphs. That's really all I'm going to focus on today. Does anyone have any questions before we start looking at your work?
Yes, sir. I have a short question, please.
Go on.
Sir, like some letter, the purpose is not clear. So what can we do in that case? Like in this letter, the purpose in the discharge plan in the middle area, while in some letter there is no clear purpose, and the task is in
Great.
the
Great question.
like discharge plan. So what we can do in that case?
Did everyone understand what he's saying here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually the purpose is here, but not always. Okay. In this case, the purpose is not management, is it? Right? It's not management. Okay. The purpose, we got the purpose here. How did we get the purpose, guys? How did we do it? It's not written down.
read the
Care and
whole
support.
charts
Alexia?
plain.
Alexia?
We read the whole the charts plain and see what they want us to do or
And
what they want the reader to do.
so, but we cannot say all of these things in the introduction. So what did we do? What did Andrea do yesterday naturally?
It is the proposed medication and for dressing. Or
And
not?
that's very specific, Adnea. We need to get, guys, we need to get the main
Idea.
idea, right? So if it's not there, Shaukat, sometimes what you need to do is look at all of this and think, okay, well, what's the main idea of that? Right? Is it treatment, guys? Not really.
No.
Maybe
No, not really.
some
Support.
treatment would suggest like some kind of surgery or something like that. So it's not really treatment. It's care and support, isn't it?
Oh,
What-
understand.
What does care mean? Andrea, you said care and support. What does that mean? Care. It's a strange word.
Yeah, it's general.
It's very general, isn't it? It's a very
not
general
specific.
word. And it means, what does it mean to care, guys?
To take care of.
Take care of? What else does it mean?
To monitor, to
It can mean many
provide
things.
support.
Let's say this, guys. Look after. How about that? If you want a different
Yeah.
word. Look after, take care of, watch over,
Assist.
help.
Yeah.
It can mean assist as well. It can mean so watch, help, watch over, look after. Sorry, this should be support. Okay. And support means, again, support means help, isn't it? This just means help. So, Kat, the answer is you've got to look for the main idea sometimes in the discharge plan or somewhere else even. Okay. But don't worry, you should be able to do it. You're smart people, you will easily be able to do it if you focus. Okay, great question. Really, really good question, Shaukat. Now, guys, the best thing to do, the best way to learn is really not for me to talk so much and ask questions, although that can be good sometimes, but it's better to just look at examples. And I'm going to ask you guys, is this good? Is this bad? Okay, so we're going to look at your writing now, your own submissions, and we're going to try to evaluate them. Okay, on the left, what do we always have on the left, guys?
Students.
Students' work.
Original.
This is all students, right? So students were original. What does original mean? Adnea?
Student.
I know-
Replacement.
Not
Original.
change, right? Not change, let's say, okay? And on the right, we're going to have
Correction.
Correct.
Corrections.
So this is the best way to do it. This is the best way to really go into detail. I can really show you many, many examples. Okay. So Dulanjali, could you put your microphone on, Dulanjali?
Yes, sir.
So Dulanjali, you're going to help me. I'm going to read this. And when I stop, can you tell me what you think maybe is wrong?
Okay, sir.
So I'm writing regarding Mr. Rachel Brown. What's wrong? What's wrong with this?
It's
Mrs.
Just Dulanjali, please. Just Dulanjali. Yeah, it's...
Miss.
Is it a man? Is it a Mr.? No.
She.
Dulanjali, are you thinking, I don't know, should it be Mrs. or Miss? Is that your... Yeah?
Miss.
Dulanjali, if you don't know, right, just Dulanjali, please. If you don't know, you can write this, Ms. Okay? What does that mean, Dulanjali? Do you know? Gloria? Do you know? Barnas? NS? Margil as well, if you want to come in. Do you know what MS?
Yes, we are
Maybe.
using
She's a
it
window.
when we
Window.
don't know if he's married or not.
Yeah, we use it. Use this
And
when...
it sounds always more professional.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know marriage status, or it's not relevant.
It's like a neutral.
Yeah, it's neutral, and you should use this if you're talking to your colleague Shaukat in hospital. Use Ms if you're writing to them in a formal way. Okay. Okay, so we can just use must here, but there's another error here. Can anyone see the error with this? It's very small. Spelling, right? Do we need this A?
Okay. No.
We don't need it. Okay, so that's in the case notes. We can always look at the case notes. Okay, so who is recuperating from an infected leg ulcer? She is being referred today for care and support. So we have a very serious error here. Joy, could you say hello? Judith. You put your microphone on. Denise. Joy, Judith, Denise, come on. We're waiting now. Joy, could you let me know why you're not answering, if that's okay? And Denise, can you let me know why you're not answering, please? Because otherwise it's quite rude. All right. Okay, let's try someone else. I know a lot of you guys, you're all waiting to answer. Sarah, could you come in, please?
Yes.
So Sarah.
She is not recuperating.
Well, what does recuperate mean? What does it mean?
Recovery.
Isn't she recovering? Is she not recovering?
Yeah.
She is. She is. Okay. So Sarah, nice try, but that's not what's wrong here. Let me ask someone else. And guys, try and be ready with your microphones, or let me know in the chat, as I said, if you're not free to talk. Okay. So let's try Sar Miller. I haven't spoken to you yet, Sar Miller.
Okay.
So Sar Miller, can you say hello? I just muted everyone. Sar Miller? Oh, we're waiting. Guys, come on. All right. Well, I'm going to say